Chapter 17. Ava, settling in. The men at the door look related. Daughters are related that I'd bet they're twins high. The one on the left says, with a charming smile. They have close cropped brown hair and twinkling brown eyes, with popular kid in high school written all over them. They have to be in their mid-20s now though. Hi, I respond, with some suspicion. Is this the legendary thing colored solicitation? Are they here to sell me something? If so, they're screwed. Selene got to my wallet first. Mrs. Elkins sent us, the guy on the right says, and I in my gaze to him, relaxing a little. Oh, Mrs. Elkins wouldn't just send someone without warning me. Checking my phone, I see a missed text. Mrs. Elkins, don't forget that Ben and Franklin are coming to help put up some shelves in the living room. You can send them away if you're not up to it. Oh, right. I vaguely recall some conversation like that last week. Probably something should have added to my phone so I wouldn't be surprised at a time like this. The shelves, I say, glancing back up. Both of them smile. They're identical, though one's a little more burly and the other wears glasses. I'm Ben, the one with glasses offers, turning up the footage of his grin. Franklin, the other supplies, reaching out to shake my hand. He has a wedding ring. The other doesn't. My wife is Mrs. Elkins' grandniece. Ah, their family. Much more at ease now. I step back to invite them in. Selene gives them both a quick once-over, yawns, and jumps onto the couch, pawing at something black. Looks like your dog's a bit of a couch potato, Ben says with a laugh. When I look closer, I can see that Selene's got her paws on the remote. I can see how that's amusing. The idea of a dog who watches TV would make me laugh too. Still, no part of me reacts to that lightly flirtatious laugh or the interested glances he sends my way. He's just a guy. I guess alcohol Lucas Westwood has ruined me for romance. Rubbing that familiar pain in my sternum, we glanced through a few of the boxes to figure out how many shelves we need. There are at least 15 boxes of books, and as it turns out I didn't feel like parting with any of them. Who gets rid of books? Some of them are old and well worn, others are brand new, probably old overstock for the store. Franklin pulls out a tape measure, jotting down some numbers as he assesses the living room walls. All right, so if we put the tall shelves against this wall, we can probably fit the short ones under the window. How's that sound? I'm not impressed by his spatial awareness. That works for me. I'm not picky, as long as they're sturdy enough to hold all these books. Ben chimes in. Oh, don't worry about that. We'll make sure they're anchored well. Wouldn't want any accidents. He flashes me a friendly smile, but it lacks the flirtatious edge from earlier. Seems he's picked up on my disinterest as they get to work. I sort through the boxes, organizing the books by genre. It's a daunting task, but there's something satisfying about handling each book, deciding where it belongs. Fiction, non-fiction, classics, contemporary. The piles grow steadily. Hours pass in a blur of measuring, drilling, and sorting. Selene dozes on the couch, unbothered by the commotion. I'm surprised by my own energy, considering the fever still simmers under my skin. But there's a buzzing in my veins, a sense of purpose that keeps me going. Finally, the shelves are up, and most of the books are in place. I step back, admiring the transformation. What was once a bare living room now feels like a cozy library, ready for rainy day reading sessions. Looks great, doesn't it? Franklin grins, wiping his brow. It really does. Thank you both so much. Gratitude swells in my chest. These strangers, now tentative friends, have given me more than just shelves. They've helped me build a home. As they pack up their tools, Franklin reaches into his pocket. Oh, before I forget, my wife wanted me to give you this. He hands me a colorful flyer. We host a weekly barbecue over the summer, kind of a community thing. You're more than welcome to join us. I take the flyer, touched by the gesture. That's so kind of you. I'll definitely try to make it. Ben nods, shouldering his toolbox. It's a great way to meet people. And the food's not bad either. He winks, but is more friendly than flirty. After a round of goodbyes and more thank yous, I close the door behind them. Leaning against it, I let out a long breath. The apartment feels different now, not just because of the shelves, but because of what they represent. A fresh start, a chance to build something of my own. Selene stretches on the couch, blinking at me sleepily. I laugh softly, crossing the room to join her. Lazy pup. You slept through all the hard work, she yawns, nuzzling into my hand as I pity her. For a moment, I let my mind wander. You think of Ben, of his easy smiles and helpful demeanor. In another life maybe I would have been drawn to him. But now, I sigh, shaking my head. Lucas Westward. Even here, hundreds of miles away, he haunts me. The memory of his touch, his scent, the way he looked at me, is seared into my soul. And the way he looked at me after, no. I can think about that. I ain't let him ruin this for me. This fragile new life I'm building. Romance isn't in the cards for me, not now. Maybe not ever. And that's okay. Selene whines softly, as if sensing my melancholy. I scratch behind her ears, forcing a smile. We've got each other, right? That's enough.